It is a venture that the government has been championing since 2008 under the Economic Stimulus Program to create wealth at the grassroots level, as well as find alternative ways of feeding citizens. And indeed, most people who prefer white meat and those who have discovered just how lucrative fish farming is have adopted the trade. Fish lovers know how good this delicacy tastes when it is prepared fresh from the pond, river, lake, or even the ocean. However, it is how to breed the fish right at your backyard that may be a mystery. So if you want to have a fish pond, what are the factors to consider?
The soil should be of clay, or if you don't have clay soil, you think of importing clay soil. The more you often fill the pond with water, clay soil would not allow seepage. So it will add the required amount of water for the fish to survive in that pond.
With fish farming, you do not just introduce fingerlings in a pond without considering the size of the pond. For example, this pond here takes in about 2,000 fingerlings at a go. More than that means most of them will die before maturity.
For example, you have a pond of like 10 to 13, 10 meters to 13 meters. The amount of fingerlings that you're going to stock in that certain pond, you cannot take like 20,000 fingerlings or fries and you stock in that pond. That it will automatically be overstocking.
Fish farming requires that you have plenty of water on standby because for better yields, the water must be changed at least once every week. And so for this farmer, he has his 8 ponds near a dam to make it easier to drain and refill the ponds.
Maybe we may talk about the quality of water, fresh or dirty, but now does it add the required amount of oxygen? That is the key.
2 months after the fingerlings are introduced into the pond, some of them are transferred to a new pond to control breeding. The fish are fed twice a day, in the morning and in the evening. As we learn, the fish may not come up to feed if the sun is too hot or if there is too much cold.
Let's say, for example, at 10, the temperatures become a bit warm and the fish now can be flexible in moving. So the moment you throw the feeds, then they definitely respond.
Well, seems like I have my dinner for tonight. Fish. Oh yes, fish.
The order here is usually about half a ton of fish every week, selling at 280 shillings per kilo, making it 560,000 shillings a month. Hotels and hospitals are the biggest clients.
Sometimes even they ask more than what we already have at our joint.
Fish diseases are rarely heard of, but it is worth noting that a fish farmer has to be specific about the fingerlings he purchases. Freshwater fish do not do well in salty water and vice versa.
You must get the quality seed so that you can be sure of profit, because every business venture is about profit making. So you can, some of the times we do talk to the agriculture or the fisheries sector, that's the government, and they can now advise you on where to get the quality seed for fish.
Fish feeds on fillets, but if you cannot afford it, then slice vegetables for them or feed them on ugali crumbs or even rice. Now, while fish farming is easy to practice, as a farmer you must remember that the biggest threat to fish are predators, and therefore you must be careful. Otherwise, the birds and the monitor lizards may just be feeding on your fish overnight while you wait for a bumper harvest. Watch out for the predators. Ruth Mutegi for Farm Talk in Yatta, Machakos County.